Have you ever seen someone talking to themselves, laughing alone in public, or cleaning obsessively and thought, that's just weird? What if I told you these behaviors might actually be warning signs of mental illness? What if what looks like strange is actually a hidden struggle that most people never notice? Today, we'll uncover the unusual behaviors that could point to mental health disorders and what they really mean. We often dismiss odd actions as simple habits or personality quirks, but sometimes they reveal what's happening deep inside the human mind. Understanding these signs can help us recognize when someone needs help instead of judgment. Let's start with self-talking. Many people talk to themselves to think clearly, stay organized, or calm down. That's normal. But when the person seems to respond to voices that aren't there or speaks with emotional intensity, as if in a real conversation, it could be a sign of schizophrenia or another psychotic disorder. The key difference is awareness. If someone knows they're talking to themselves, it's harmless self-regulation. If they believe the voice is real, it may be a hallucination. Next is extreme cleanliness or order. We all enjoy a tidy space, but when cleaning becomes an uncontrollable urge, washing hands repeatedly, checking locks for hours, or arranging objects perfectly, it could indicate obsessive-compulsive disorder, or OCD. It's not about being neat, it's about reducing anxiety caused by intrusive, unwanted thoughts. Then there's isolation. Some people prefer peace and quiet, but when isolation becomes the only way they feel safe, it might signal depression, social anxiety, or post-traumatic stress disorder. Withdrawal from friends, avoiding communication, or losing interest in once-loved activities often means the person is silently struggling. Another subtle behavior is sudden mood swings. Intense happiness followed by deep sadness for no clear reason. These changes can point to bipolar disorder. It's not just being emotional, it's a chemical imbalance affecting energy, focus, and judgment. Uncontrolled anger or irritability can also reveal hidden pain. Sometimes what seems like a short temper is actually an untreated anxiety disorder or unresolved trauma. The anger isn't random. It's the body's reaction to internal chaos. Sleep disturbances can be another red flag. Constant insomnia, staying awake for nights, or sleeping excessively might seem like lifestyle issues, but they often accompany depression or bipolar disorder. When the brain can't rest properly, it starts to break down emotionally. Another strange behavior is repetitive movement or body rocking. Many assume it's just nervous energy, but it can signal autism spectrum disorder, anxiety, or even trauma responses. The movement helps the person feel safe or grounded when overwhelmed. Excessive lying or creating imaginary stories might seem like attention-seeking, but it can also appear in personality disorders like borderline or histrionic disorder. The person isn't always aware they're distorting reality. It's often a defense mechanism to cope with pain or insecurity. Even something as small as laughing at inappropriate moments, like during serious conversations, might be a coping mechanism. The laughter hides anxiety or emotional confusion. The person doesn't mean to be disrespectful. They're protecting themselves from discomfort. Sometimes people spend large amounts of money impulsively or take extreme risks without clear reason. This can signal mania, addiction, or a form of escapism from deeper emotional distress. What looks like confidence can actually be loss of control. The truth is, mental illness rarely looks like what movies show. It hides behind ordinary behavior. The person suffering might look perfectly fine to everyone around them. That's why awareness matters. Recognizing the difference between a harmless habit and a potential symptom can save lives. If you notice these patterns in someone, or in yourself, it's not something to be ashamed of. Mental health disorders are medical conditions, not personality flaws. The most powerful step anyone can take is to seek professional help and start healing. Strange behavior doesn't always mean madness. Sometimes it's the brain's way of saying, I'm overwhelmed and I need care. Understanding this difference can change how we see others and how we treat them.